Hey, welcome to the reality TV drama Deep Dive. Today we will be talking about Brendan Fitzpatrick's massive $80 million lawsuit, on-screen gossip threatening a real NBA career, and some really messy dating show crossovers that are breaking the internet right now.
Yeah, it is a huge lineup today.
Hey, this is Delilah.
Hey, this is Fat.
And welcome to Reality TV Audio Podcast, where we break down the latest in reality TV every day.
Okay, let's unpack this. Usually when you watch a magic show, it's fun, right? You sit there and you know it's fake.
Exactly. You're just enjoying the illusion.
Right. But imagine watching that trick and suddenly the trapdoor shatters, the theater catches fire, and as you're running for the exit, you realize the magician is actually draining your real-life bank account.
That is a terrifying thought.
Yeah. The collateral damage is suddenly incredibly real. And that's our mission for this deep dive. We're looking at a massive stack of sources to uncover what happens when the reality part of reality television gets a little too real. Because, the stakes we are seeing in these sources have moved entirely off the television screen. They've invaded courtrooms, actual corporate boardrooms, and people's everyday livelihoods. The protective bubble of escapism is just completely bursting.
It really is. So let's start with the most viral news right now. The ultimate fake it till you make it. Brendan Fitzpatrick, who you might remember from the E! Network show Rich Kids of Beverly Hills.
Right, I remember him.
Yeah, so he and his business partner, Dr. Joseph Swaminathan, are currently staring down lawsuits totaling over $80 million.
Wow. 80 million.
Yeah, 80 million. The core accusation is that they ran a massive Ponzi scheme through a fake Sri Lanka-based mining company called Carbonautic LLC.
What's fascinating here is how staggering the facade was. This wasn't just someone exaggerating their income on Instagram for a few brand deals.
No, not at all.
According to the lawsuits, Fitzpatrick allegedly used fake bank statements and fabricated appraisals to project an aura of immense liquid wealth. He bragged about controlling incredibly valuable graphite, rare earth minerals, and copper reserves in Sri Lanka.
Which is a really strategic pitch. Rare earth minerals and copper are the holy grail commodities for electric vehicles and AI infrastructure right now.
Oh, totally. It hits all the right tech buzzwords.
But wait, I have to stop you there. We all know reality TV is heavily edited. It's often totally fabricated. Why would seemingly smart, high-net-worth investors hand over $500,000 to a guy from an e-reality show? That just defies basic corporate due diligence.
Well, it's because the human brain relies on shortcuts, specifically the halo effect. When an investor sees someone who was literally cast on a show called Rich Kids of Beverly Hills, their brain bypasses normal skepticism.
Right, because the network must have vetted him.
Exactly. Plus, he happens to be married to a Canadian billionaire heiress, Chloe Desserigny. So the assumption is, well, the billionaire family vetted him too, so the mining company must be real. Reality stars are heavily incentivized to project a flawless lifestyle. But here, the real-world consequences finally caught up.
And the real-world consequences of that bleed are wild. Two investors, Dave Smith and Richard Sagerson, put in $500,000 because they were promised a 120% return in just a matter of months.
Which is, frankly, an impossible return.
Completely. And when it inevitably didn't materialize, Dave Smith decided to do his own boots-on-the-ground due diligence. He actually boarded a flight to Tanzania, where some of these logistical operations were supposedly based.
No way. He actually flew to Africa.
Yes. He lands in Africa, gets to the airport, and is completely ghosted. There's no driver waiting for him.
That is the ultimate collision of reality TV, fantasy, and geographical reality.
It's the fire festival of the mining world. He navigates to the addresses of these massive mining hubs, and there is absolutely nothing there. The warehouses did not exist.
Man, that is rough.
And it gets worse. Our sources detail 4 Belgian investors suing for roughly $70 million over a totally different failed venture, which was a hotel development in Greece called Varco Bay.
70 million. The sheer volume of the alleged deception is insane.
Yeah, it affected international hotel developers all the way down to his interior designer, who had to sue him for $50,000 over disputed credit card charges for furniture.
It just shows how widely the blast radius spread. But the details surrounding another investor, Jason Charles, really highlight how deeply this fabricated reality penetrated the real world.
Okay, yes. According to his specific claims in the lawsuit, Jason Charles spent $200,000 of his own money simply on travel to promote Carbonautic. He fully bought into the narrative that these minerals were going to save America.
Oh, wow. He was all in.
Yeah. And to be super clear here to you listening, we are just impartially reporting the claims strictly from the lawsuit. We are not taking any political sides at all. But the lawsuit states he took this so seriously that he sent letters directly to President Trump.
Wait, really?
Yes, and he traveled to Mar-a-Lago twice to try and secure meetings with the Department of Defense, and he was actively trying to set up pitch calls with major defense contractors like Raytheon.
Just to secure defense contracts for a fake company.
Exactly. Like, strictly based on the lawsuit's details, that's what he allegedly did. It's wild.
It just demonstrates the incredible velocity of a lie when it's wrapped in the packaging of television legitimacy.
Yeah.
You can fake a luxury lifestyle for the cameras, but you cannot fake tens of millions of tons of graphite when defense contractors start asking for the coordinates.
Right. And that transition from off-camera fraud to on-camera damage is exactly what's happening to the actual broadcasts of these shows right now.
Oh, for sure. The storylines are bleeding into real life.
Here's where it gets really interesting. Let's look at the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Shemaya Morton is dealing with an on-screen brother that is directly threatening her real-world corporate job. She works as an in-game host for the NBA's Atlanta Hawks.
Wait, her actual NBA job is in jeopardy?
Yeah, because her co-star, Angela Oakley, insinuated on camera that Shemaya cheated on her husband with various players from the Hawks and the Atlanta Falcons.
Oh, that completely shatters the fourth wall.
A huge line was crossed. Shemaya vehemently denies this. She pointed out the absurdity of it, noting she only dated a Kansas City Chiefs player like 2 decades ago in 2003. She also added that her husband has enough money to literally buy the team.
Good for her for clapping back.
But regardless of the truth, Shemaya said she is now in a position where she has to prove her innocence to her actual employer. Are audiences okay with cast members weaponizing these massive scandals, risking someone's NBA career just to secure a spot on a show?
Well, the ecosystem has shifted. The audience's tolerance for manufactured drama has plummeted. So it's no longer about who said what at a dinner party. It's about utilizing explosive real-world reputational damage.
Right.
Think about the mechanics. When that episode airs, the drama leaves the Bravo cinematic universe and lands directly on the desk of an actual NBA human resources department.
Yeah, the corporate HR. It's not a TV game anymore.
Exactly. When you accuse a contracted employee of sleeping with a basketball team, the corporate entity is legally obligated to assess that liability.
And we are seeing the exact same tactic over on The Real Housewives of New York City season 16, but with even darker subject matter.
Oh, yeah. The Cy and Carole situation.
Yes. Cy Silva called out Carole Radziwill while filming, specifically interrogating Carole about her past ties to the Jeffrey Epstein files and Ghislaine Maxwell.
Wow. That is incredibly dark for a reality show.
Right. Maxwell actually photographed Carole's 2005 memoir cover. Cy justified bringing this up on a reality show by claiming she had to ask because she is a mother. Carole defended herself, maintaining she only knew Ghislaine socially in those circles and was completely unaware of the horrific federal-level crimes taking place.
And pointing out that monsters often hide their actions well.
Exactly. And again, we're just reporting what happened on the show and partially not taking sides, but bringing that onto a Bravo set is intense.
It is the core tension of the modern reality genre. The cast feels pressured to bring actual federal-level scandals into the narrative to secure their contracts. But when you introduce the Epstein files onto a set, network legal teams start sweating.
Oh, 100%. The psychological toll on the cast becomes immense. They are defending their baseline morality while wearing microphones at a cocktail party.
It's just wild.
But you know, that toxic intertwining of personal vendettas and legal liability doesn't just happen at the NBA or high society level. It trickles all the way down to local businesses, too.
Oh, for sure. Infidelity and breakups are becoming legally radioactive.
Exactly. Let's look at the Real Housewives of Rhode Island. Brian Pontarelli allegedly began an affair with a woman who administered Botox inside his actual business office.
Mixing marital infidelity with a physical medical workspace is already a recipe for disaster.
It becomes a legal catastrophe. He apparently gave this woman a piece of the business equity to take over the Botox operations. Now, the relationship has imploded, and they are locked in dueling lawsuits.
Wait, dueling lawsuits?
Yes. He sued her for commenting on social media posts, and she countersued him specifically for discussing the affair on the reality TV show.
This raises an important question about toxic entanglement. They have completely intertwined their romantic lives, their business equity, and a national television audience.
It's like a disastrous corporate merger, but with Bravo cameras rolling. And through all of these legal filings, his wife, Rula, is smiling for the camera, saying her marriage to Brian is better than ever.
Well, of course she is. But you cannot cleanly separate a broken romance when the person holds equity in your medical practice and is actively suing you over what you say to a camera crew.
It's a total mess.
Yeah.
And it becomes a matter of physical safety on shows like Southern Hospitality. Bradley Carter publicly stated he never wants to film with Emmy Sherrod again, labeling her behavior as dangerous.
Dangerous? What did she do?
Well, his reasoning is that Emmy allegedly tried to go to the front desk to call the police on him, claiming he made her feel unsafe.
Weaponizing the police against a coworker to win an argument on camera is moving way beyond standard TV drama.
Oh, absolutely. The environment is no longer a TV show. It's a genuine legal hazard. And in retaliation, Bradley is dropping rumors that Emmy's fiancé, Will Culp, is acting inappropriately at local bars.
It never ends.
And we see that same blast radius on Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, too. Miranda Hope detailed her fallout with Jesse Draper because Jesse kissed Miranda's ex-husband, Chase.
And she found out direct from Chase, right?
Yeah, which makes it worse. Because their entire social circle is monetized for television, that single action fractures the whole group. Now, Miranda hasn't spoken to Taylor Frankie Paul. Every personal mistake is amplified into a professional crisis.
It really is.
Which is why it's so refreshing to contrast all of this radioactive behavior with someone who actually understands how to set a boundary. Frank Catania, from The Real Housewives of New Jersey, recently confirmed he is simply done filming the show.
A very rare occurrence in this ecosystem.
Incredibly rare. The internet was swirling with rumors that Teresa Giudice or his ex-wife Dolores or her new partner Paul Connell got him kicked off. But Frank just completely shut the noise down.
What did he say?
He said there is zero animosity, nobody pushed him out, he enjoyed his years on the platform, and he is just moving on with his life. It is shocking to see a reality star walk away with grace and leave the toxicity behind.
The reason Frank's exit feels so jarring is because the financial incentives of reality TV are designed to keep you addicted to the conflict. Walking away requires a level of self-awareness that the industry actively tries to train out of its participants.
Which brings us perfectly to how this industry trains the incoming generation of stars. But first, a quick shout out to our listener Mark, who actually emailed us asking how dating shows are handling all this PR spin. Mark, this next part is for you.
It's a great question, Mark, because dating shows are struggling massively with authenticity right now. The cast members are operating like crisis PR managers.
They really are. Just look at the post-reunion fallout from Summer House. The PR battle is fierce. Lindsay Hubbard is publicly calling out Maja Moreno because Maja admitted to having a 6-hour phone call with Wes Wilson after the reunion taped.
Right, and Lindsay is trying to control the narrative, claiming her own on-camera sit-down with Wes' new romantic interest, Manda Batula, was strictly about demanding integrity from her friends.
Sure, integrity. But the most telling detail is that Kyle Cook publicly attacked West, and he specifically shaded West for showing up to their on-camera sit-down without having watched the aired episodes beforehand.
That detail is the skeleton key to understanding modern reality television. Kyle is angry because West didn't study the game tape.
Exactly. It proves they aren't just a group of friends living their lives while cameras happen to be there.
They are actively producing and defending their own narratives in real time. You don't watch the episodes, you don't know what the editors included, which means you can't construct your PR defense properly.
So what does this all mean for the viewer? It totally shatters the illusion of the dating show format. Look at Love Island USA. The narrator, Ian Sterling, actively roasted contestants Jen Terry and Gabriel Vasconcelos for hooking up.
He called it doing Sudoku, right?
Yeah. And he made this joke while Gabriel's ex-girlfriend, Beatrice, is literally sitting at home watching the broadcast in real time and posting on social media calling Gabriel trash.
The feedback loop is instantaneous now. There is no longer a delay between the action and the real-world consequence.
It forces me to ask, if shows like Married at First Sight are casting people like Nick Uhlenhuth for season 20, a guy who has already built a brand on The Circle, and Perfect Match is the concept of ordinary people finding love completely dead.
Really seems like it.
Even Love Island UK is bringing in Hallie Brown, the daughter of Real Housewives of Cheshire star Leanne Brown, specifically to stir up pre-existing drama between Lorenzo Yaz and Aiden. Are we just watching a closed, incestuous ecosystem of professional reality stars trading network contracts?
Yes, the amateur era of reality television is definitively over. The people applying for these casting calls understand the assignment on a corporate level. They know exactly how to parlay a 6-week dating show stint into long-term brand sponsorships. The naive innocence of early 2000s reality TV has been entirely replaced by professional, calculated strategy.
Which is why, when we do get a flash of genuine, uncalculated humanity, it feels both hilarious and incredibly jarring.
The genre is fundamentally a study in duality. Amidst all the legal threats and PR spin, you still have moments that remind you these are simply flawed human beings navigating life.
And sometimes they navigate it really clumsily, which is exactly the escapism we crave. Take Portia Williams from RHOA.
Oh, I love her.
She confidently posted photos of her taking her daughter to a theatrical screening of Toy Story 5, but she captioned the photo, wait for it, Toy Story 3 was such a cute movie with a great message.
A completely harmless, authentic mistake.
The internet immediately pounced, roasting her with memes and bringing up her classic historical gaffes, like when she famously assumed the Underground Railroad was a literal, physical, locomotive train.
We eagerly consume those unscripted blunders because they provide the lighthearted entertainment the genre was built on. It proves that someone like Portia remains reality gold because she cannot help but be authentically herself, miscounting sequels and all.
It really is pure levity.
Yeah.
But we do need to shift to a much more solemn tone here to close out.
Yeah, absolutely. The human element can also strike in ways that are profoundly sobering.
At the end of a recent Love Island USA episode, the network aired an emotional photo montage and a tribute card. It was dedicated to James Barker, a highly respected 40-year-old executive producer who tragically passed away from an unexpected medical emergency while the crew was on location filming season 8 in Fiji.
If we connect this to the bigger picture, it strips away all the artifice of the polished final edit. It reminds you, the audience, of the massive infrastructure of real, hardworking professionals behind the cameras.
The physical toll of creating this escapism is immense. These crews spend months away from their own families, working grueling, endless hours in high-pressure environments just to build the framework for these shows.
And when you juxtapose the fabricated PR crises of the cast against the actual sudden loss of a crew member's life, the reality TV drama feels incredibly small.
It does. The host of the show, Ariana Madix, addressed the cast by saying, "None of us know how long we've got. Please cherish every moment." The passing of James Barker is a profound, tragic loss for that entire production family. It leaves you with the fragile, undeniable reality of human existence that no editor can manipulate.
It really reframes everything we've unpacked today.
It absolutely does. I want to sincerely thank you, the listener, for sticking with us through this extensive analysis today. We've traced how reality television evolved from a simple social experiment into a high-stakes arena where the consequences are very real.
From an $80 million Ponzi scheme to NBA careers in jeopardy.
Exactly. Real-world legal battles over local medical businesses are just part of a typical season's storyline now. The blast radius of a reality TV contract legally and financially dictates the course of these people's actual lives off camera.
It's no longer confined to the reunion couch.
As we wrap up this deep dive, I want to pass it to you for one final thought to leave everyone with.
Well, as the real-world consequences become increasingly severe with actual legal ruin and financial bankruptcy, literally just one bad edit away, we have to wonder about the sustainability of the genre itself.
Right.
Will we eventually see the complete extinction of the carefree reality star?
Yeah.
Will the next generation of cast members essentially be forced to act like highly managed corporate politicians, flanked by legal counsel at every dinner party, completely killing the very unhinged authenticity that made us tune in the first place?
That is such a fascinating point. If the magician is constantly terrified of getting sued because the trap door might break, the magic show just evolves into a safety seminar.
Oh, completely. Oh, and a quick tease for next week. We are diving into a leaked contract that might just expose the biggest casting secret in reality TV history. You won't want to miss it.
Oh, it is juicy. Keep questioning the mechanics and the reality behind the screens you watch. Thank you so much for your time today, and we are officially wrapping up this deep dive. Catch you next time.